Something that the industry perhaps should be talking about, but perhaps is not talking about a lot, is the European Commission and tank cleaning.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because if you look at chemical tankers, quite a bit of energy and time can be spent on tank cleaning, especially if a parcel tanker that carries a lot of different loads, cargoes. That means after every voyage, maybe a number of tanks will have to be cleaned. This can be quite energy consuming, and one thing that has maybe not received so much attention is that if we look at the EU MRV scheme, okay, you have to monitor and report what you carry in terms of cargo, distance, and so on. But there's also the voluntary reporting part, which concerns, for example, tank cleaning. And so here the question is, are all owners really well aware of what does voluntary compliance, let's say, mean here, and what would be actually required to also incorporate your, say, tank cleaning, tank or maybe cargo heating kind of elements in your monitoring scheme.
Something else we were talking about is something that perhaps deserves greater prominence, and it concerns ballast water treatment technology operation when transiting in US coastal waters.
Yeah, of course, this is a very interesting situation right now because right now we're in a situation where three systems have been formally type approved by Coast Guard, and other one is on its way, plus another one are in a pipeline. But we also know that a couple of those systems that have been formally approved by Coast Guard are subject to a holding time of 72 hours, simply because the testing procedures use 72 hours for the testing duration. And this is now sort of a limitation that has been put on those systems, that they have to have a minimum of 72 hours, and after that you can discharge. But if you're operating in US waters and you have to go from one port to another port and deballast in between, that means maybe you have to do it after 48 hours. And at the moment then you wouldn't be allowed to do this with these type approved systems. But we also know that the vendors of these systems are actually, or at least will talk to the Coast Guard to see what can be done to mitigate this requirement, to make it more in line with the other systems that actually have no such requirement.